Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got some special guests joining us this morning.
Yes,
Rapper.
indeed.
Whoop. No,
don't get started. You starting early.
Yes, it is. It's out today.
You got to add that to the bio.
You starting early.
Tami Roman is here. And also, Jill Ramsey. Welcome, guys.
What's up?
Hey.
What's the word?
Listen. It is cold outside.
I know. It got cold overnight.
Overnight. It's like I live in Houston, so I'm like, oh, I ain't prepared.
Oh, no, you're not used to
been
the
here in a
Jersey,
minute.
New York weather no more.
I live here, but I don't come outside.
But Tami and Jill, let's talk about it first before we get started. You guys' relationships with each other, because you have a production company together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we have a
Yes.
production company together, Roman Ramsey. We've been knowing each other over 10 years. And
That's like a law firm.
It does sound like
It kind of is. Let me put the productions on it. Roman Ramsey Productions. There you go. And so I met her because she used to work for Wendy Williams Productions. And every time I would come on the show, she was always the person that kind of like facilitated it. And so we became friends.
Absolutely.
And like when we started this venture, it's like, you know, you my sister. So,
Yeah.
you know.
When I left
And plus she
Lindsay-
loaned me money when I was down and out one time.
Oh, you did? No, that's
How
dope,
much she lent
though.
you?
That-
Oh my
How much
God.
she lent
She
you?
did. It was like $15,000.
Really?
Yeah. And we weren't even really that tight then. And I just was like telling her my situation. And she was like, oh, I got you.
I mean, I knew I could find her on TV. Like, no, but I
10
mean,
grand's a lot of money, Jill.
listen, we're super cool. She has a great spirit. Like, I like working with people with good energy, which, as you know, because I used to rock with you and Charlamagne.
That's
you
right.
know, like I rock with people who have good energy. So that's what it was with Tami. So when I left the show and I was like figuring out what I was gonna do next, then you know it was just a natural link. We already had ideas for shows and other television ideas. We have more stuff coming than what's out there. So
Tami been cooking. I've been seeing Tami in everything.
she's booked and busy.
Yeah,
She's
very
on
busy.
5
I'm trying to be
different
like
shows.
y'all.
But,
You know?
you know, Tami, I would never have thought you even had a period of being down and out.
Really?
I mean, just
You
because...
didn't see season 2 of Basketball Wives?
But you don't know what's real and what's
Yeah,
not
we don't,
real. You
'cause,
don't know what's the
people think you're
storyline
on
and what's not a
TV, she's making
storyline.
money.
True. Yeah, no.
Getting booked.
It was a down period for like 18 months. I say it like it was like 5-6 years, but it was like 18 months. But when you're used to having like that
Right.
downtime, it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I got 2 kids, you know, all of that. So, yeah, I definitely had my moment, and you know, like I had good people in my life that kind of helped me out of that.
How'd you
know?
get to that point?
Because I was doing a show that was executive produced by Queen Latifah and Shakim, and it was a VH1 BET hybrid co-production show called Wifey, and they picked up the show. I moved my whole family to Jersey, and then they couldn't figure out their deal and just canceled the show.
Wow. Wow.
But I was stuck here, like, you know, in Jersey. And so my kids were already enrolled in school and everything. And I literally, like, used all my savings to, like, move cross country, get everything set up here. And then they pulled the show. And so I was
How
stuck
did you get
here.
out of that?
I started working at Morgan Stanley. And I was on the train one day, and this lady was like, oh my God, I just watched you. I had a show called Moonlight that had just gotten canceled. I just watched you on TV last night. What are you doing on the train? And I was like, I'm going to work like you. You know, I'm trying to pay these bills. And then I thought about it and was like, yeah, why am I on the train? Like, what is going on, Tami? Like, you're just like, you know, just settling for this moment in your life. And so I went home that weekend and saw Basketball Wives, the first season. And I was like, damn, I was a basketball wife. I'm going to call them and see if I could get up on there. And so I called VH1. And I got on Basketball Wives.
I did not know all that backstory before Basketball Wives.
That's how it happened. Yep. That's
Well, at
how
least,
it
you know,
happened.
most people would have felt like they too good to get a regular job after being in
Oh,
life
no.
and everything. You was like, nah, I got to take
No.
care of
I've been
things.
working since I was 13 years old. I lied to get a job at Kentucky Fried Chicken when I was 13 years old because, you know, I come from that. My mom worked 3 jobs. I never saw anybody sit around in my family, and raised by all women. It was like, I can't be the one that's like, I'm about to jump off a
Word.
bridge.
What was the lie you told KFC? That you was older?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
And were you a rapper as a kid? Because today, I'm just telling you guys, BET did a cipher.
You want to produce an album, bro? You done brought this up 4 times.
You know what?
I want to explain it.
Charlamagne, please call him out on this
Your
shit
daughter
that you're
taught
doing
her how
right
to do
now.
it.
And they did a different type of cipher with influencers, and they had like Pretty V, and they had La Milan, they had so many different people. Dapper Dan.
I knew it was coming.
But Tami Roman is rapping, dropping it low like Little Kim. She
got into it.
Were you a rapper? Because that was natural.
No, I was not a rapper.
You never rapped before.
Tiana Trill.
Listen, I was supposed to be a model, a supermodel, like Linda Evangelista. And that did not happen. And so then I decided I was going to be in a singing group, but I can't really sing that well.
Okay.
So I decided I would be the rapper of the group, but I can't really rap that well. But somehow I managed to get the group signed, and then we fell apart because I just wasn't good at either one of them.
She done did it all.
You did everything.
You really done did it
But
all.
I tried. I shot the shot at it, But yeah, so they got the cipher, as you done told the world. And so a lot of us came out that aren't rappers that are doing, like our best 16s we can put together,
And you guys had a coach, right?
Little Kim, because they split
Now
us
that's a coach.
up into
Right.
teams.
Yep.
Right, yeah. So Little Kim was my team's coach, and then we had Remy Ma on the other side,
Yep.
coaching the other set of people. But my daughter Jazz wrote my rap, and I feel like, it was
Ghostwriter.
good. It was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I had a ghostwriter. Several people do in the industry. That's nothing new.
You got Jazz on the TV show too, right?
Jazz is doing the theme song
Okay,
for
okay.
the show.
Lyric is on
actually
Lyric is on the show.
Lyric, okay.
Yeah.
It's a family affair, baby.
is.
So let's talk about the show.
House of Vicious. I'm going to leave that up to Jill since she's the creator. Come on, tell us about House of Vicious, Ma.
So House of Vicious is like a culmination of, like, I've been working in entertainment for 25 years. So it's a culmination of all of my experiences and different people that I met. And I had a pretty interesting life myself. So some of it is, my elements, but there is not a character, because people keep asking, is it based on this or is it based on that? There's not one character in there that's one person. It is a culmination of a bunch of different people, or it might be a scenario that I saw and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it, so I made it that in the show. I made it what I wanted it, Like, TV is just fun. You could create whatever you want. And I think that House of Vicious, I think you guys know, it's about a fashion house and all the crazy things that happen there with their glam squad and everything else. But it talks about, we delve into some real life issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy for the television aspect, but we deal with some real life issues. Like, anybody could relate to something in there. There's the infidelity, there's the drug use,
There's,
all of that. And Tami killed it. Like, when I made Chantel, I knew that she was going to be that person. Like, we didn't even consider anybody else.
The fashion, does that head of the fashion house? Okay. And you've been doing a lot with cheating lately and infidelity.
I have.
Okay,
Isn't that
Tami?
something? Listen, that's, it's in my background. But yeah, we got Unfaithful, of course,
Is that a real show, Unfaithful?
Yes, it
Because those
is.
stories. Have you seen the stories? G?
Oh, man,
Some of
listen.
the stories are like, there's no way.
Possible way. This got to be fake.
No, it's not fake. The people really, because let me tell you something about VH1. Like, on some for real stuff, they never want people to actually do what you just did. Like, that's fake. Like, I saw so-and-so and she really dates this one, because then that, lowers the integrity of the show. So they are sticklers about these people being in these relationships, having
Vetting it
these
out.
moments, you know what I mean? So that when they come to us for help, we really are able to help navigate them.
But what did they take out, though? Because, I seen one episode where the girl was dating the guy's friend, and then the guy's friend just started dating the girl, and then they met in a restaurant, and then they argued, and then they had dinner, and then they both left together. I'm like, this is weird. This is wild. There was no fighting, no furniture moving, no slapping, no punching, no kicking, nothing.
That's called maturity.
No more abusive relationships.
It was toxic enough. But we're not trying to be like love, oh my God, they're gonna kill me.
Yeah, I was like,
but
dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna make this comparison at the expense of losing some friendships. But we're not loving hip hop, like we're not trying to throw chairs and fight and all that stuff. We really try to steer away from that. However, we can't help how somebody reacts. You know what I mean? And we just try to control that moment if it goes like that. But Envy, I don't know why you asking. Aren't you coming on as a co-host? Aren't you?
You going on a show called Unfaithful?
I thought you said come on. I was like,
You just
no.
I was like,
No.
this
just
was a
stupid.
friendly interview.
What do you mean? Why am I stupid?
You're just dumb. Why would you go on a show called Unfaithful?
It's about helping other brothers so they don't go the
Because
same path that me and you went down.
he's speaking from his experience of having been a cheater
All right.
and then trying to help
You just keep
people.
going down that road for no reason. You just keep bringing up that story for no damn
My
reason.
story.
It's not his story,
It's not
though.
my story.
It's not his
But I'm
story.
trying to help younger
He's
brothers
gonna
and
help
younger
me
sisters through-
help people.
That's right.
Okay. I'll just be over here saying black men don't cheat. That's enough for me.
Tammy, what's your craziest unfaithful story from your past? Because you said it's things you've dealt with in the past too. So if you could say I had a crazy situation, what would you say is in the top craziest?
Okay, one of the top ones was with my ex-husband. And I had a feeling that there was a chick, right? That there was somebody that he was seeing, and there was this one girl that just would not go away. And so the team was on the road, and I kept calling his hotel room, and he wouldn't answer. So I'm like, he don't sleep this hard. Like you not in that room.
Depends how long the game was. Could have been double
son.
overtime.
Still trying to come in.
Black men don't say that's what you think, right?
I'm just saying. It could be other
Now,
reasons.
was this in Boston? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So, as I was saying, I remembered the girl's name and called the hotel back and asked for her room,
No!
and they put me through.
Oh boy.
And she answered.
No!
And I said, let me talk to Kenny. And she said, hold on.
Wow.
No shame.
No shame, no shame. And he got on the phone. He was like, hello, because he was asleep. And I said,
See,
Kenny,
he
what,
was asleep.
Kenny, what the? But, that's not what I said. I said he wasn't in his room. I said he wasn't in his room. And he heard my voice and hung up.
Ooh.
I know he was so
crazy.
mad at that woman. Why would you pass it your
Now,
wife?
did you
They,
stay?
they
Did you
ended
stay
up
after
having
that?
2 kids together, actually.
Damn.
Close your mouth.
Some black men do cheat,
Oh,
Charlamagne.
Wow.
Did you stay after that, or was it over? Was that the final straw?
I did stay. And I think that's why, coming from that perspective and being
Charlamagne
able,
sweat. Look at me sweating.
I'm telling you, you hear these stories, you get anxiety. And you're like, Lord have mercy.
I did stay.
Lord have mercy.
But that's why I think I'm the perfect person for Caught in the Act, because I understand a person's thought process of trying to rationalize, navigate, understand, comprehend why a person is doing this, but having so much love for them that you try to make it work, even though you see the signs in front of you. And it took me some time to get to the point of where it was like, this is not good, and I've got to love myself more. And so that's what I'm encouraging people to do on Caught in the Act.
And it's real,
Wow.
and it's absolutely positively real. I shot an episode with Tami,
Yes.
and they go through everything, and I had to try to help the brother out and smarten him
So it's
up.
like cheaters?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's definitely like cheaters.
2.0 though.
But
But
Right.
nobody getting stabbed on a boat.
Yeah, but just showing him what he's doing wrong and explaining it to him and breaking him down in a way that he would
He
understand.
jumped over. Envy, tell me, give me some tips. How did you not get caught all those years? What if he just
Stop
said that?
it.
I got caught, but I break it down and I explain what happened to the point one time when they arguing and Tammy's looking at me and I'm like, Tammy, help! Like,
He's like, Tammy, get up,
I'm
help
like, get up,
me.
help. Like,
I'm like,
they beat me,
nah,
I'm like,
you got it.
but
Go ahead, tell them
but
your
it's a
story.
dope show because they actually break down.
You ever seen cheaters when Peter Guns was hosting and the dude said, man, you be cheating too?
But the guy did say that to him. He was like, how you
No.
gonna help me
Yeah.
when you have cheated?
See?
That's
And-
what
Exactly why your ass ain't need to be on this.
Learn from my mistakes. So you don't make
Yeah,
But
that's what it is.
and he was like, but this is what I learned in that moment. And so the guy, he was able to make the guy understand. But it's really good. We're excited about having Envy join us.
Now, how many shows have y'all pitched
Now, that's a spoiler.
that
We
got
didn't
turned
know that.
down before y'all got, these shows rolling on air?
Oh, we've been a company for about 3.5, 4 years.
Since about 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we heard a lot of no's.
For
A
these
lot.
projects in particular? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
wow.
Yes, we heard a lot of no's. And then, but like with anybody or any industry, if it's what you want to do and you're passionate about it, you don't give up on it.
Mm-hmm.
And particularly with entertainment, it's like you just got to wait for the tide to change. Because what they don't like today, everybody's got to have it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we just held out. And it used to be called something else in the beginning when the wig falls off.
When the wig falls
and then
off.
she changed then she changed the name.
Changed the name, but like it's hard because I don't think people understand. There's only but so many hours on television, period. So there's only so much real estate. So and then for Black women to get a show on television, we weren't gonna stop.
Yeah.
We were not going to take no for an answer, and we're coming with it. Like, you're going to see a show come after that. We're going to have something coming at Netflix. Like, we're not playing. We're not letting the gas up
it's
at
big.
all.
And
Full
even
steam
with this
ahead.
one, it was all women.
Yeah.
Kim Fields directed all 8 episodes and
That's dope.
And we had all females on the crew, female grips, like when you talk about like a demographic that's not represented much in Hollywood. For us, we had 85% Black females on House of Vicious.
Yep.
And so we were excited about
That
being
was
able
like-
to do that.
That's part of our thing from Roman Ramsey. Also, we just wanted to make sure we put new people on. So you weren't seeing like all the music from House of Vicious is all new
All new
artists.
artists.
Some of my son's friends. Some all sorts of stuff, but like it's really
We
crazy.
built
They're
an
on
alliance with Rap a
iTunes,
Lot
but
and DJ Prince and those
Yup.
guys, and they gave us a lot of music just on the strength. Like it was, like really using our relationships and networking. All the cast members are, my real friends that I've worked with, and it's like, hey, can you just jump on this project with me? So it was really a labor of love that BET ended up loving. And, here we are, House of Vicious.
Now,
have
did
the
your daughter
time.
have to audition? Did Lyric have to audition
Absolutely.
for the role? Okay,
Yeah.
because when Idris
Absolutely.
Elba was here, he was talking about his daughter auditioning but not getting the role.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I
saw
heard about that. Well, my daughter was actually good. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
You're just losing all types of friends today.
He said she was good. It just wasn't.
I don't know what his situation was, Idris. Don't I don't mean no harm. But my daughter was good, and I feel like why not give her the role?
Why
Like,
not?
Right.
She's in law school. She's young. She's got her own set of bills trying to establish her life. Why not give her an opportunity as long as she can do the job? Now, has she been whack? Then it's like, no, we got to get somebody else to play this character. But I feel like the Black culture just always wants to speak about nepotism. Oh, they only got this because this is their father.
So
this is
what?
their uncle. Yeah, it's like,
so
so
what?
Word.
So what?
Why
exactly.
can't we help each other?
I wish my parents got me a
Please.
job doing something.
My son is in it too.
Yeah.
And,
wow,
but he
okay.
was like, but he said the opposite. He was like, the way I play football, you didn't want to take an opportunity from somebody who might have
Who
gotten
really
it.
wants
And we
that,
were
yeah.
like, okay, put on the uniform and go. Because that's what they do. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
They play football against you guys.
Absolutely. I was going to ask, when do you have the time? Because you said you live in Houston, you shoot in
Yeah.
Atlanta, you shoot in LA, you shoot in New York. When do you have the time to do everything?
I don't sleep.
No.
I don't. I really just don't sleep. I mean, but it's y'all know how that is because y'all doing the exact same thing. It's like we just fit it in somehow. I don't know, but when you want to do it, it's not work, right? Like you love doing what you're doing, so I just fit it in. But I don't sleep. I don't want to sleep. I'm 52 years old. I'm gonna be sleeping a long ass time in a minute. So
Not no minute.
not a
Come on,
minute.
girl. Not no
I'm gonna
minute
get it
time.
all
Tammy.
in. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
it all in. Well, not a minute, Lord. You know what I meant. Do you know what I meant, Lord? Okay.
You better be
you gotta be
specific.
clear.
You better be
Let
clear.
me have some
We're talking about
specificity
in
with that.
52 more years.
Yeah, 90. At least let me get to 90.
Now, is it true you wanted to be on Real Housewives?
I did audition for Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was after Basketball Wives had gotten canceled. And so I tried to get up on there, and they told me no.
Just straight up no.
Yeah.
What was the reasoning?
They said I was too big of a personality on an opposing network.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
the people would affiliate you too much.
Yes, with the other
okay.
with the other brand. Yeah, that was very similar, right? So I got it.
Now, how's married life for you with Reggie still? Because you are super busy. Are y'all making time for each other?
We're always together.
Okay.
We're always together. Like the way his, job is, he does e-commerce, so he can work from anywhere.
Perfect.
So
That's perfect.
yeah, it's absolutely perfect. So we're always together. We're never. Well, today we're separated, and it's funny because I called and he was like, "Yeah, I'm in the gym," and I heard music, like a TV, something in the background. She was laughing because she know, and I was like, "What gym got the TV all loud like that with
All
the
of
music in the back?" I don't go to the gym, so I don't know.
I tried to tell her.
They do have
So I didn't know
I
this.
tried to tell
I
her.
didn't know this information.
I'm trying to tell her.
So I had
Especially in the morning because the news be on, sports.
That's what
She
we
like all this acting and hosting shows
I
is in my head.
So I was like, well, let me FaceTime child and make sure that he's in the gym.
So you
'cause
FaceTimed him?
I FaceTimed
Yes.
him. I sure did.
You think you're being in your head because of like the hosting and the show
That's
and all
exactly
of that,
what's
and you be
going
like,
on.
now hold up, I
'Cause
don't want to get caught.
My husband has never given me any reason. Like I said, we're always together. And plus, I just think it's a part of his character. To me, I feel like anybody that cheats, it's a character flaw
I agree with that.
that you then have to mature and grow out of, right? So he's never given me any of that. And he comes from a 2-parent household, really understands and respects women. So,
Is he in therapy? Any type of therapy?
no, he's not in therapy.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I'm saying, because I
feel
go
like-
to therapy once a week, so it's like a lot of times I've realized the cheating comes from, those
Something-
unhealed trauma that you have.
trauma.
Yeah.
No. He's just a really, for lack of better verbiage, a really good guy that just really respects and understands women. So he's never given me any reason. But I think this fucking show.
Right. So tell us a little bit of backstory on the show and on Chantel and her husband.
Yeah, so Chantel is like a fashion designer, always had that dream. And her and Kane, who's played by Redrick Williams, decided to start this company together. And within the company, as they get bigger and more famous, of course, you get more visibility, so people are constantly throwing themselves at you, and then he weakens to that pressure the first time around. Allegedly, because I don't
Okay.
want to give away too much that's happening in season 2, but what everybody's watching now, he ends up with a mistress, and reliving that. It's like those triggers. Like even though you may have healed from them, when they're back in your face again, it's like, I remember how I felt when that happened. It takes you right back to that place. So,
Chris Rock said a man is only as faithful as his options. You believe that?
that a man is only as faithful as his options. Well, if he considers the one that he's with his priority and not his option, then he's not looking at the other option.
Do you believe
Amen.
What?
What Chris Rock? What? What you
No, I don't believe that. I used to, but no.
I feel like everyone has options too.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, women
just
have
They might
options.
not be great ones, but everybody got options.
Yeah, everybody does have options, but I think you have to get to a point when you're talking about relationships where two people are trying to become one, that you have to be respectful and mindful of that dynamic, that interpersonal dynamic, and how you would want that person to treat you, right? And I think men sometimes are such narcissists, even the covert narcissist, even because they like to make it seem like they're not a narcissist and everything they're doing is for the benefit of you and the love of you. And I'm, and when something goes awry, it's you did it and not me.
That's right.
And so I think that, just
Or what
having-
you wasn't doing.
or
That's
what
the
you
other
weren't
thing.
doing.
Yeah, that's the other thing they'll blame you on.
Yeah. And you just got to get to a point of just respecting your person enough that you don't want to see them hurt.
That's real. That's real. How are you able to do all these different BET shows? There's no non-competes? Because you on Miss Pat,
Yes.
The Family Business,
Yes.
this one, House of Vicious, the
Unfaithful Viacom.
That's
Viacom.
Viacom. Okay.
Right.
How are you able to do all that?
Well, Miss Pat came after The Family Business, which I was already a series regular on, which came after, what's the other one I'm on?
House of Vicious? No.
House of Vision.
House of
Okay,
Vicious.
so it was Family Business I had first, then Miss Pat made me a series regular, and then House of Vicious made me a series regular, but House of Vicious wasn't always on BET. It was since licensed and acquired by BET,
Gotcha.
so they couldn't battle that. And then Viacom, Unfaithful's under Viacom, which is unscripted, which doesn't compete with scripted. And then Truth Be Told is on Apple, but I'm recurring on that show.
Well, how crazy was it when before an episode of Unfaithful came out, they already knew that they were going to do season 2 and season 3?
I was so shocked. I was so surprised because I was like, oh my God, my agent didn't even tell me. And then I saw it on the trades and I was like, oh, they took an old quote from like something I had said when the show was first getting picked up. And I'm like, this is like really amazing. And so to get 20 episodes before the first 6 even air, and then now they've since added 6 more onto that. So we've got a 26 episode season. I mean, they really believe in it, and I think Chris, who of course is over all of Viacom, is a very big Cheaters fan. So,
Chris McCarthy.
yes. So this
my
is
guy.
his, version, just done better of Cheaters.
Did you ever envision all of this for yourself, thinking about where you started off? Like the real world way back in the day, were you like one day, because you were acting also, did you envision like, all of this happening? Do you feel like you brought it into?
I never thought that I'd have 5 shows all at one time, right? So that's really a testimony of like when God shows up, he shows out. As long as you've done the necessary work to prepare for the blessings that he's trying to bestow upon you. And I feel like all the things before this moment, I was still learning lessons, but not, honoring what I was learning, which is why I wasn't getting anywhere. It was like I was stagnant. It's like I think I'm learning it, but I'm not applying it, right? And so once I started really applying what I was learning, whether it be my friendships, my relationship, with my husband, my relationship with my daughter, just starting to be respectful and have an attitude of gratitude and really just trying to elevate my mind. That's when I feel like everything just started falling into place and things started changing and the wheels started turning. I mean, and, I didn't think it would be like this, but I'm thankful that it is like this.
Now, is it true you gave your husband, Reggie, an opportunity to take a break for a year or 2?
That is untrue.
Oh, okay. All right.
What I said was...
Loving baby with somebody.
I was like,
That's not what I said.
Okay. That's what people.com said.
I was on the reel. And they give you 2 minutes. Y'all have been on this show they throw a question at you. Trying to answer it in 2 minutes. And so what I was saying was, I have eggs that have been frozen. We had been trying to find a surrogate. And every time we started the process, I could never finish because I'm now over here doing this show, over here doing the 6 months on Miss Pat, that type of energy. So what I was saying was, because, you got to really investigate that stuff. You got to make sure, you looking through these books of these women trying to carry. I don't know if you've ever actually, no, y'all probably never have gone through this process. It's all on the website, and you got to go through hundreds and thousands of profiles of women who would like to carry your baby, right? So then outside of that, it's like, I don't know if y'all did enough of a background check. So now I got to do my own background check, all of these things. And we kept falling out of time to do it. So I was saying, you take the time away from me, because here again, we're together every day. So you go and focus on that and find this chick. Then once you narrow it down, bring it back to me.
And all I heard was you go find this chick.
Right.
Out of context, baby.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. No, I don't want him to stick his penis nowhere else.
Yeah. That's a scary thing, because it really is letting somebody like dictate. You can't control what someone else does. And for your egg to be in this person, you're like, how do I pick?
Exactly. And so I really wanted to be a part of the process, but I couldn't. So I'm like, you go find the person and then bring me your top 3, and then we'll go from there, type energy. But now we've kind of decided we're just both too busy, So, and I'm never have been that type of mother. I'm very hands-on with my kids. I'm still in their business to this day.
Now, Jill, what other projects do you guys have in the works? Are you accepting pitches from other people?
Yeah.
We are accepting pitches. I'm scared to say out loud some of the stuff that you have, because you turn around and then somebody just boom, it's on air. So I can't say.
Okay, but you do have other things.
We stole their project.
But we exactly. But we have more reality coming.
Okay.
We have something, I'll say Black Panther-ish. That's big. So I'll say that.
Okay.
I don't want to narrow it down, because they'll go right to it.
Yeah.
Well, where can they see House of Vicious?
It is on BET Wednesdays at 9, soon to move to BET Plus, and then we're waiting on our season 2 pickup.
BET Plus is killing it. I just want to say.
They really
Charlamagne makes a guest appearance for our finale.
Yes. Woo, woo, woo. That is so big to me. Like Jill was like,
What is he doing?
Charlamagne.
What is his character?
Why you gotta
playing
say
myself,
it like
fool.
You know what?
himself.
Envy's upset because you know Envy's nickname was Vicious, and he should have been on there.
I had no idea.
We didn't know. Season 2. Season 2.
Jill Ramsey, thank you for joining us. Just never know where we're going to go with Angela, but thank you guys so much. And we look forward to it Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on BET, House of Vicious. And thank you, guys.
Thank you.
you.
Vicious.
Here you go. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.